Hello. So, as I'm sure you're aware, there's a lot going on with racial inequality in our country right now. And there's a lot of protests going on, a lot of bad responses from police departments to those protests that are standing up against their brutality, and also a lot of good responses in certain cities. There's a lot of cool stories out there that definitely help to balance out all the crazy. And if you're watching this, I am sure that you have been at least thinking about doing something if you have not already taken a bunch of action. And I just want to say that protesting is awesome, and if you want to and you can, you should do it, and you should listen to the Black community organizers that are putting on these protests. Do what they tell you. If you're a white person going to stand up for this issue, you're there to help. So do what you're told and be respectful and stay peaceful. And if you can't protest for any reason, that's fine too. There are so many ways to take action, and I've shared a lot of those. And if you have missed that, just scroll back on my page and you'll find some stuff. You can give money, you can sign petitions. There's a lot to be done. But the point of this video is that when you're engaged in this kind of work, whether it's protesting or taking action in any way, or even if you just are feeling affected by these issues and that's sort of paralyzed you and you don't know what to do with all of that anger, because it's a really emotional situation. We have to sit in that in a way that is spacious so that we can do the most good. When we're full of all of this rage, it's a good thing. We should be upset because things are not okay right now. And we have to respond to the situation instead of react to it. And that's where our yoga practice comes in. And there's a lot of other reasons to really commit to your practice right now. So what I'm going to share with you is my sort of toolkit for when things get really tough. So we grow up with all of these great tools for turning off our emotions and pushing them away and sort of putting out, a brave face or a calm face or whatever. And yoga and these practices I'm going to share with you help us to not do that and to process these emotions and then to be able to go forth and help. Because we can't sit on our mats and pretend that that's enough right now, because it's not. We need tangible actions that are peaceful, but we also need to stay on our mats and nourish ourselves, because it's so easy to get burned out when things like this are happening around us. And if you're constantly paying attention, it's easy to get burned out any single day, because this has been happening. This is not new. And I'm sure a lot of you know that. So what we're going to do is we're going to practice we're going to practice Tonglen meditation. We're going to practice equanimity meditation. And in between those two things, we are going to do just a little bit of movement. So to begin, I just ask you to find a comfortable position. You can sit, you can lay down, sit in a chair, any way that you can sit so that your hips feel square, so that you're not working really hard to sit up in any direction. And then you're also wanting to sit in a way that you can breathe easily. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable. And just start to notice your breath and the physical sensations in your body. So right now there's a lot, right? It's kind of hard to look inside and not have big reaction. So we're going to start with Tonglen meditation because it's the best thing for these times. So you can just continue to sit still and lie down and just notice these emotions as they come up and just stick with your breath. And I'm going to tell you how to do Tonglen meditation. And if you feel more comfortable looking at your screen while I talk to you, that's fine too. So here's how Tonglen meditation works. You're going to inhale all of these feelings, and then you're going to exhale your medicine. So it might be the opposite of what we would usually do here, but it's a better way to process and to put out more of what we want to see. So I'm just going to talk from my personal experience for this video. I feel so angry and so powerless, even though I've been taking actions. And for me, the opposite of that feeling is a grounded sense of spaciousness. So what I'm going to do for my Tonglen is I'm going to inhale this tight chest, my anger, and I'm going to exhale spacious and calm. And I could do this with colors. I could inhale red because that feels angry to me, and then I could exhale a nice soft blue because that feels calm and spacious and peaceful to me. So anything that works for you, choose a symbol, a color, a word that encompasses that pain or discomfort that you're feeling, and breathe it in. And then on your out breath, breathe out your medicine, whatever that is. Inhale your discomfort, exhale your medicine. And we're just going to do this for about 2 minutes. And the key here is to make sure you don't lock out your exhale. Make sure you exhale from the belly button, breathing out slowly and fully. As you become distracted, just come back to the practice. Inhale your pain, your discomfort. Exhale your medicine. Take about 3 more rounds of breath, inhaling your discomfort, exhaling your medicine, all the way out. And then slowly let go of the practice and just observe if any thoughts or feelings bubble up. Just watch them and then let them go. So that is called Tonglen meditation. It's a Buddhist practice. I learned it from Pema Chodron in her book, when things fall apart, which I highly recommend. So we're going to do some movement now. You can readjust your seat if it feels like something you need to do. I'm going to come up onto my knees, and if that doesn't work for you, feel free to stay in a nice comfortable seat or in your chair. And if you're lying down, you may want to sit up for this part. I'm just going to make sure my screen is still on. I didn't turn off my screensaver, so. Okay, so a little bit of movement here. Take your hands and place them gently on your lap, wherever you are. Chair, cross-legged, doesn't matter. Just hands in the lap. And then on your exhale breath, you're going to reach the back of the spine backwards, tuck the belly in, and then chin tucks just slightly, cat pose. And then on the inhale, you're going to bring the heart forward and squeeze the shoulder blades together on your back, cow pose. So these two will be linked at the pace of your own breathing, exhaling into cat and inhaling into cow. So you want to try to keep the hips more or less stable and let the majority of this movement happen in your upper body. You can have the eyes open or closed. You might hear some cracks and pops along the way, and that's fine. And continue to breathe from the belly button here, letting the organs move out of the way as the lungs expand. And we'll do about 3 more. And then find neutral with the spine and the hips. Let the head relax on the shoulders. Take a few breaths. And then bring the arms straight out in front of you. Palms are going to face up here to begin with. And we're just going to extend the fingers out nice and wide. Feel in between all those fingers. And this is on the inhale. And then on the exhale, you're going to make a soft fist. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fist. And we'll do about 3 more of these. And see how my arms are not any higher than my shoulders here. So now we're going to bend at the elbow. So bring the fingers all together, like so. Palms still face up. And then exhale, touch the shoulders. Inhale to reach out. About 3 more like this. And then lower the arms, hands on your lap, and take a few breaths here. You can close the eyes and just rest. Shift your seat around if you need to. By that I mean if your feet start to go numb at all, any tingling sensations, go ahead and change that so that you can keep blood flowing, keep everything feeling really nice and comfortable here. So the next movement, we're going to reach the arms out, palms still face up, and we're going to bring the fingertips together here again, and then exhale to touch the shoulders. Inhale to extend. And 3 more. And then exhale, release. And we're going to bring the fingers back up, find your shoulders again. And then this time on the inhale, we're going to reach the elbows and the shoulder blades back. And on the exhale, we're going to bring them forward. So it's kind of like a cat and cow, but we're really focusing on the thoracic spine in between the shoulder blades. Going as slowly or as quickly as you breathe here. Exhale to round in. Inhale to reach back. And let's do 3 more. Lower the arms and just rest here. You can roll the shoulders a bit. Change direction. Maybe shake out the arms. Taking a few more breaths, just resting. Okay, so again, adjust your seat if you need to. Let the hands rest down beside you on the ground. You can take Bu Mudra, which is these two fingers, and place them on the earth if that feels good for you. It's a nice grounding mudra. And then we're going to, on the exhale, tuck the chin, moving really slow and not really forcing any movements here. Inhale, you're going to lift the chin, lift the gaze. And again, go easy, go slow, and don't go too far back. Exhale, come back down. Inhaling up, 3 more. And then find a neutral position with the chin. You may want to wiggle the head around just a little bit. And then let it come to stillness, trying to align your head over the tops of the shoulders here. And then on the exhale, you're going to turn your chin to the right. On the inhale, you'll come back to center. As you pass through the middle, you'll start your exhale towards the left. Inhale to center, exhale right. Really slow movements here. My eyes are closed, yours could be closed or open. You might follow this movement of the head with the eyeballs. I'm following with my eyes internally. Let's do 3 more on either side. And then find neutral. Find neutral with your chin again. Take a few breaths here. Just rest. Gently open the eyes. And then we're going to move into our second meditation, which will be Equanimity meditation. And this one is going to involve some affirmations that you'll repeat. And again, sit down, lie down, sit in a chair, sit however you can feel comfortable and supported so that you can breathe. And don't hesitate to shift your position during the meditation. This one's going to be longer. I'm going to aim for about 15 minutes. So adjust as needed. You're not stuck in your first seat. We don't want any pain or discomfort. I really want you to be able to just focus on the meditation here. So get comfy. Close your eyes. Bring your attention back inward towards the heart. And just noticing what's going on inside now. And let your breathing be easy. Belly is released so that when you inhale, it expands. And when you exhale, the belly comes back in, and you can intentionally use some tone here to complete the exhale. we're experiencing anxiety, we tend to only breathe in this upper third of our lungs. And so when we breathe down deeper, we get the message in our nervous system that it's an okay time to relax. So check in with the breath, and if it's up here, let the belly go and exhale from this bottom third of the lungs. This meditation I learned from my teacher, Paula Wilde, who's located in, I believe, the Big Sur area of California now. I'll put her information in the comments. So this practice is for equanimity. And there's 3 affirmations. You can repeat them after me, or you can come up with your own wording that means the same thing that feels a bit better for you. You don't have to go with the way I phrase things. And I have tweaked the phrasing from what Paula says just a tiny bit. So feel into your body. And this isn't an analytical process. You're not going to get more benefit if you say the affirmations perfectly right or whatever. It's more about feeling it in your body. So here's our affirmations. All beings are responsible for their own actions. Suffering or joy are determined by our relationship with our experience, not our experiences. I trust in the nature of things unfolding. All beings are responsible for their own actions. Suffering or joy is determined by our relationship to our experiences, not our experiences. I trust in the nature of things unfolding. All beings are responsible for their own actions. Suffering and joy are determined by our relationship with our experiences, not our experiences. I trust in the nature of things unfolding. All beings are responsible for their own actions. Suffering or joy is determined by our relationship to our experiences, not our experiences. I trust in the nature of things unfolding. Go ahead and continue on your own. Even when we're doing mantra work like this, it's easy to get distracted. Just use your exhale to come back. Take a full inhale Begin again. I trust in the nature of things unfolding. All beings are responsible for their own actions. Suffering or joy depends on our relationship with our experiences, not our experiences themselves. All beings are responsible for their own actions. Suffering or joy is caused by our relationship with our experiences, and not our experiences themselves. I trust in the nature of things unfolding. And stay with this meditation for about 1 more minute. All beings are responsible for their own actions. Suffering or joy is determined by our relationship with our experiences, not our experiences. I trust in the nature of things unfolding. And gently release the practice. You can open the eyes if that feels good. You can move the body slowly. And then just stay quiet. Listen. Listen inward. And see what comes up. So I'm just going to say a little bit more here at the end. These are great formal practices to sit down with every morning when you are actively involved in trying to make the world a better place, because just like you've heard a million times when it comes to self-care in other avenues, you can't serve from an empty cup. And in this case, you cannot be of service if you're a whirlwind, because you're not going to listen, you're not going to be effective, and you're going to burn yourself out. So I really encourage everyone who is taking action right now to keep doing that and to do these practices or some other kind of practices that you know work for you that will keep you centered and grounded as we fight this fight, because it's so important. And the first meditation we did, Tonglen, is a fabulous just life tool. So you practice it in the morning or at night or whatever, so that you start to embed the response into your mind when you feel something uncomfortable, to breathe it in instead of push it away. And then when you find yourself in a situation that's uncomfortable, maybe, you run into someone who maybe doesn't support the movement right now, and that makes you angry and you want to talk to that person, because that's how we make changes, is we have uncomfortable conversations. But no one's going to listen if we're not grounded and if we're not speaking from a place of calm, especially if they're on the other side of this debate. So Tonglen we use in those moments, and we inhale our feelings of discomfort, and maybe even theirs too. We don't have to only do Tonglen for ourselves. If someone's coming at you about this situation or any situation and they're really upset, you can breathe that in for them and exhale some medicine. And I'm not joking, guys. It's like a freaking magic trick. It can just diffuse. And I'm not going to promise you that it'll work every time, because it won't, but it will work a lot of the time, and it can change these moments that might have just been a useless confrontation into some really valuable healing for people on both sides. So practice Tonglen at home, but practice Tonglen in the streets and in your daily life, and when you're on the internet with people. Thank you for watching. Thank you for caring. Thank you for caring for yourself. I'm doing coaching and private yoga sessions online. So if you are interested in more of this, you're welcome to reach out to me through the website, and we can work on some practices that might be more specific for you. And if you have questions in a less formal way, just reach out to me on Messenger. If you're like, hey, I didn't get Tonglen, can you explain it again? I would be glad to do that for you. So yeah, don't be shy. I'm here. We're all here, so let's use each other. Thanks again. Namaste.